Alright guys, we are back with the ZENIKO review. This is the flash. It's the smaller one because the ZENIKO 04 and then an 08. This is the smaller one. This was the one they sent me. They didn't have the other one in stock. I was looking forward to comparing both of them, but we got the smaller one. That's good. We'll deal with it now. So we did a short photo shoot with it. Something that I think the flash would normally be used for. This is not something you're going to put on your flash and go to a wedding. This is a travel flash if you're just a beginner looking to have fun, or if you're a pro and you don't want to drag out your big gear around Christmas time or the holidays. Just throw one of these on top of your camera and you'll be fine. So let's have a look at the video that we made and then I'll do some explaining from there. So let's go. Okay guys, so we are going to test out the little ZENIKO I was just showing you. It's got two power settings. I'm going to set the camera on about 70 millimeter because if you don't, the flash sits so low to the lens that you can see the barrel of the lens. So I've got it at 70. We're going to shoot from there, so let's give it a shot. I am at ISO 160, shutter of shutter. So I am at ISO 160, shutter 80, and 2.8 f-stop. All right, so let's get started. Here's our first one. This one is at half power, and that one, it's a little bit light. So let's come up on our power. We'll go to full power from here. Keep that small. Very good. There you go, and you can see the difference between the half power and the full power. So I'm going to back up. That was probably 5 feet away. So let me back up maybe 10 feet away. I'll keep the double power because we know that the single power wasn't enough. So let's see what this one will do from about 10 feet. That's starting to get a little bit dark. So I think with this little ZENIKO, if you can see it, it's good as long as you're close. It's not meant for anything, any kind of pro work, but if you're sitting around with friends and family, maybe at Christmas time or whatever, and you're within 5 or 6 feet and you can go full power. I was on ISO 160, I believe it was. So you could jump that up to 400 or so if you need to. But about 5 feet away on ISO 160, 200 will get the job done. So let's take a look at the pictures. Okay guys, there are the pictures that we shot. Now there are only 2 settings on this flash and it's little bit, this is when they say mini flash, this one is definitely the definition of mini. I think that may be the smallest flash I've ever seen in my life, which answers the question when I got it. It had a 1/1 full power and a 1/2 for half power setting, and even the Godox mini flashes have 5 settings, and I thought, wow, that's going to be kind of odd with 2 settings. But I think the reason is it's so small, I don't think you would want to go less than half power. Just a guess, I could be wrong. But the pictures that you saw just there, I'm going to show them to you again. The first one that we're looking at was a little underexposed. You can tell in her eyes. Now, I was shooting at ISO 160. So 160 is a little low. You can get more range by going to 400 or 800. But again, if you're using a flash that's this size, you may not have a newer camera that can handle up to 1600 or 3200 ISO. So try to keep all this, in line with what we're using. Test your flash, know how high you can go on your ISO. If you can go to 1600, then feel free to shoot this at 1600. You'll get a lot more range. So with that said, let's take a look at the next picture. These are all about 5 feet away, and this one was full power, and this one gave us the more pop in the eyes. You can tell the difference between the 2 pictures. There's the first one, there's the second one. You can see the difference in the light on her face and in her eye sockets. Now, like I said, you can change this. I had the f-stop, I think, down at 2.8, so that was the lowest it would go on that lens. You can drop your shutter speed some, but then you get into some blurring issues depending on the lens you have. So the safest thing to do is raise your ISO as long as you know where you can go with your ISO. I've got some old cameras that can barely go to 800 on ISO, and I've got some new cameras that can go to 12,800 all day long, no problem. So there's a large variance in there, and it's going to depend on the camera that you have to where you can go with your ISO. So, but if you're looking for a lightweight, if it weighed much less, I believe it would float. It's absolutely the lightest weight, and it charges LED. You don't have to worry about batteries. In fact, it's not even as big as a battery, so there's nowhere to put a battery on it. But it's built well. I think it's plastic. It might be aluminum. I can't tell. But, it's made well. It works, it gets the job done. And if you're just looking for something that will get the job done, again, you're not going to be doing any paid work with this. It's just going to be for fun, travel, that sort of thing, vacations, so that you don't have to carry something large and heavy with you. So anyway, guys, that is the ZENIKO Z04. Check it out if you're interested. We are going to be doing a comparison to the Godox mini flash coming out in a few days to compare the two to see which one will give you the most bang for your buck. You know, guys know I love bang for my buck. This is the box you can look for, the ZENIKO Z04. And it's $29.90. I'll leave a link at the bottom. You can grab one if all you're expecting is just one to carry, lightweight, easy, and just works, then you'll be happy with this flash. You're not going to get a lot of power out of it, but you will get enough. That one I shot of her that looked good at ISO 160 was at about 5, maybe 6 feet. I'm terrible on guessing feet, but right in that ballpark somewhere. And if you up that to 400, you're going to be able to go to 10 feet. So anyway, guys, I appreciate it. If you have any questions on this flash, let me know. If we're helping you out, give us a thumbs up. You guys have a fantastic day. I appreciate it. Less than $30 you can own a ZENIKO Z04. Appreciate it, guys. Have a great day. Thanks.